Imagine this. Right now, as you sit watching this, you are actually accelerating upward at 9.8 ms2 through space. The floor is pushing you so hard that it feels exactly like a mysterious force pulling you down. Everything you've ever been told about gravity is a beautiful, perfect lie your body loves to believe. In the next 8 minutes, that lie dies quietly. And when it does, the entire universe will feel completely different under your feet. If you're ready to feel reality shift, hit like, subscribe, and keep watching. You won't see the world the same way again. You believe gravity is a force that reaches across space and yanks things together. It feels obvious because every time you drop something, it falls down. The word pull is in every sentence you ever heard about it. You have felt this pull your entire life, so certainty arrived long before any question. But if gravity truly reached instantly across millions of kilometers, information would travel faster than light. That single fact quietly kills the entire picture. Your intuition never noticed the contradiction because intuition only cares about apples, not light. The belief must be abandoned completely, not repaired. Nothing in it can be saved. Your brain does not feel gravity. It feels the floor pushing up against your feet. When you stand still, atoms in the ground accelerate you upwards so you don't fall through space-time the shortest way. That push is what you call weight. In a free-falling elevator, the floor stops pushing, weight disappears, yet gravity is strongest there. People argue about pull because their bodies report pressure, not attraction. Your senses evolved to detect solid surfaces, not curved geometry. Two astronauts falling side by side feel nothing between them, even as they rush together at hundreds of meters per second. Agreement about being pulled is just shared biology, not shared physics. Reality continues whether you feel it or not. Physics does not measure a force called gravity. It measures how clocks tick at different heights and how light bends around massive objects. It measures the exact path Mercury takes around the sun and the delay in radio signals past Jupiter. What is being compared is the geometry of space-time itself, nothing else. This feels empty because there is no invisible rope to imagine. Questions like why do things fall simply vanish. They were never real questions. Words like pull, attraction, and down stop working entirely. What remains is pure shape, the shape that determines every motion and every tick of time. Imagine space-time as a soft rubber sheet. Heavy objects push dense into it, and smaller objects roll along the curves. This works because straight paths now bend without any force. It fails the moment you remember time is also part of the sheet, and light has no mass, yet still follows the curves. The analogy replaces the old pull with pure geometry. It scales perfectly to planets, stars, and entire galaxies. Every metaphor eventually cracks, but the crack shows you where reality lies. Structure is everything. The sheet is not background. It is the rule. Near the sun, Mercury's orbit shifts 53 arcseconds more per century than Newton allows. Starlight grazes the sun and bends exactly twice as much as Newton predicted. GPS clocks run faster by 38 microseconds a day at altitude. Ignore that and you lose kilometers on the ground. At the edge of a black hole, time slows so much that an outside watcher never sees you cross the horizon. Two black holes merge, and the ripple in space-time itself is detected a billion light years away. Nothing breaks. The same geometry simply stops looking gentle. Your intuition screams wrong at every step because it was built for apples, not horizons. You feel weight only when something stops you from falling. Standing on Earth feels like force because the ground accelerates upward against your natural path. In orbit or free fall, you feel nothing because you are moving freely along the curve, zero proper acceleration. The equation treats upward acceleration and curved space-time as identical. Your body cannot tell the difference between being pushed by a rocket or being bent by mass. That is why down is not a direction in space-time. It is only the direction you are prevented from going. Equilibrium is when nothing fights the curve. You believe there is a single universal now happening everywhere at once. Move fast enough and the order of events flips for different observers. One person sees the lightning strike first on the left, another sees it first on the right. Both are correct. No experiment can ever pick the real order. Reality is not a stack of simultaneous slices. It is a solid block sliced differently by every motion. Only the speed of light and the separation between causes remain the same for everyone. Your intuition fails because it was built inside one slow, tiny slice. The force vanished. The pull vanished. Down vanished. Now vanished. What replaced them is a silent geometry that decides every path and every clock without ever speaking. Discomfort is not a side effect. It is the proof you finally left the old story. Every word you still want to use is broken. Understanding is not comfort. It is the ability to live inside the silence where the old words died. Certainty was the enemy. Confusion means the demolition is complete. Stay here.